Awesome. All right.
I think. Let me make sure this is the live event will begin in a few minutes. All right. You can start whenever, sir.
Welcome to Games and Gimmicks, the podcast discussing video games, professional wrestling, and everything in between. I'm the poor ass gamer alongside E. Huffy.
That is me, the other part of this here shindig.
How's it going, dude?
You know, it's going dandy. We're here another month down, ready to discuss some free PlayStation Plus games.
August was too quick, in my opinion, and very hot.
Yeah, very hot, very sweaty. Had a lot of sweaty balls this month,
Yes.
I'm going to be honest.
I had to get
It's
a
just
lot
been one
of
of those summers.
talcum. Yeah, talcum powder.
Talcum powder.
So yes, we're old men, and we're here to talk about some different games. And first off, we're going to start off with Tricky Towers, which is one of the free
Tricky
PlayStation Plus
Towers.
games. Yes.
Yes. It was cute. So, Tricky Towers, you're going to be the one actually playing this game for those individuals who are watching this live broadcast or even watching the YouTube video after the fact because we told you about it on our podcast episode. Bada
Yes.
boom. You're able to actually see the gameplay, and the Poor Ass Gamer is actually going to be playing this. He'll be doing the gameplay of Tricky Towers.
Tricky Towers, folks.
Tricky Towers. You know, my friend, I think you should press X to start.
I'm going to start
See the thing shake? Yeah.
local battle.
Local battle. So, Tricky Towers. Do you want to explain it? Do you want me to explain it? How do we want to do this? Since you're running the show, maybe.
Well, you start off. I'll start playing a little bit, and then people kind of get the idea. But I'll
Right.
just to start, I've really only played the single player side of stuff because obviously that just makes the most sense. And I'm kind of playing. I'm playing through the trials portion, which is just level after level of just different things, like different challenges. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We'll see how this works out. I kind of left off at one that was really hard to do. So
as you get that pulled up, to explain to audio listeners here, Tricky Towers, at least the way I like to describe it as, is Tetris with physics.
correct.
Or Tetris with gravity. Which
Yes. Sounds
sums up
good.
my entire feelings of, yeah, sounds good. So yeah, it's physics Tetris with little wizards that can do tricks and spells to help manipulate the tower as you build it. Sounded like a great concept when I kind of heard about it, and then when I watched the preview trailer for PS Plus, you're actually doing so much better than I did.
It's hard though. I honestly think it's very
hard. It is
hard.
a very difficult game. So, I mean, let's throw it over to you. Give your thoughts about this game before I give my thoughts on it. Since you are playing it right now, what do you think about Tricky Towers?
It is difficult. I've played a lot of Tetris before in the past. I'm actually doing pretty decent right now. This is very abnormal because I did play a lot of this in the last during the first week that it came out. And oh Jesus, okay, it is difficult because with the physics involved in this game, it makes it a lot harder to play. Because there are certain things you have to kind of anticipate. I just somehow fucked up with that last part there, and I don't even understand how. So there are different challenges with this. The physics parts of it. Oh wow, I can't even beat that. That was very difficult the last time I played it, to be completely honest. So, but Tricky Towers, the physics makes it really hard to really anticipate where some of the blocks are going to move. So you have to think about if I were going to put something at a right angle to this other shape, which it's traditional Tetris shapes basically. How is that going to balance correctly with the physics involved in it? So it works in certain levels. In other levels, they set too hard of challenges. This one's one where I have to complete it in under a minute, and that's where I have to start thinking okay, well, I gotta speed up and make sure all these pieces are landing in enough time so that I can actually complete the challenge. But then they throw weird stuff at you, just to kind of I hate to say it, but really just piss you off. So
Oh yeah. That's exactly what this is. I mean, it just had you drop a piano, which is kind of strange. I don't remember a piano in Tetris, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna chime in here with my thoughts on this.
Oh God.
Of course, you and I both grew up with Tetris,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I kind of have an expectation for what Tetris is. This,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is not Tetris.
No.
Tetris does not have physics. Tetris does not have gravity. See, all that crumbling, I can't tell. I played this game for 5 minutes, and I said, this is the biggest piece of garbage I've ever played, and I immediately stopped.
There have been moments, I can tell you that there have been moments where I was like, I truly don't... See, okay, another example is that the anticipation of setting something down, such as a spot like where there's enough physics for it and everything, like so it doesn't fall off the side and everything there too, you can't anticipate for that
Right.
sometimes. And that's really the hardest part of this game, is that you truly are just trying to be like, okay, I'm going to do this as quickly as possible. Oh wait, the game completely screwed me over really quickly there. And like, I don't know why. Like, what reason does it have to keep doing this to me? Like,
And if you drop one piece a fraction off to the side, and that's it, you're done.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, see, like that. I keep saying see like that. I shouldn't say that. But anyways, like the important thing is that when you actually see this example, it's really like it's pretty infuriating. Sometimes you can really get used to where the objects are gonna fall, like I said, but other times it doesn't matter what you do. See, I've already lost this challenge, and it's like, yeah. So Tricky Towers has maybe some possibility of playing this together with another person. It could be fun, but it's stupid. I honestly think it's a stupider version of Tetris. Tetris works only in that example that we're used to, but I don't know. This is too much, I think, sometimes, and it's an infuriating game after just a short period of time.
Yep, it does throw a lot of elements to make. I don't know. See, to me, Tetris doesn't need to get more interesting. You don't need to add any more to Tetris. Tetris is just fantastic the way it is. Kudos for trying, but yeah, E. Huffy says do not give this game a shot.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe it goes to the fact that they're trying to at least maybe give us something slightly different. So I'm okay with some change to that formula for what PlayStation is doing, but in this case, it's too rigid, like in terms of like what it's doing, and that's kind of funny saying that for a Tetris game. Really, it's like it's too rigid.
Yeah,
ha ha ha.
That is
like,
pretty funny.
But yeah, like I think it could have been cool if they didn't really. I don't know. The physics thing just starts infuriating you really quickly, and I'm like, I'm already like a couple minutes into this game, and I'm thinking like, oh god, I really don't want to keep playing this. Like, that's the hard part about it. Is that like, maybe I'll give it a chance, and like I keep giving it a chance, and then oh no, like some magic spell decides to destroy me out of nowhere. And I can't anticipate. Like maybe I'm just again. I always come back to this in this series of like playing games live and everything there too. And like, am I just not any good at video games? Like, did I suddenly
performance? It's performance anxiety.
Did I suddenly like get worse at video games the last few years, or is it just like the infuriating gameplay style in this game? Like, in this case, I'll just, maybe there's like a Tetris Legends or something, or like an old version of it I can go pick up at a secondhand store and like, oh yeah, I remember Tetris. I love this. Like, this is enjoyable. I can play this for a long time and have fun with it. Funny story. Not to talk too much, but I just want to say something about Tetris. I had an Xbox, right? The original Xbox, and the first game and pretty much almost the only game I bought for it was actually I didn't even buy it. It came with the system, and that was Star Wars: The Clone Wars was one of them, and the other one was I think it was Tetris Legends or something like that. It was like but anyways, I played so much Tetris, it is insane. Like I remember the entire summer, that's all I played. Like Tetris was the thing I played, and it makes no sense because like, why would you spend hours and hours playing Tetris? And it was just fun. It was enjoyable because it was completely ridiculous. Like I remember so many times I would get into really really long games where I did not Eric. I seriously kid you not, did not blink for like maybe 45 minutes. Because you're sitting and there's nothing really moving on screen. You're just watching the object go down and it stops and you rotate it. But you're not really doing much. You're not actively needing to move your eyes when you're watching the screen. And then like I would realize this and I would take a blink and my eyes were just like you'd see like 50 tears come out of my eyeballs.
Oh yeah, that burning feeling. Like, oh my god.
So I'm not gonna do that for this game. I do think it is a pass. If you like puzzle games, maybe it might. We didn't play together co-op or anything because PlayStation apparently doesn't let you broadcast and play the same game at the same time, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. At least we've run into trying to do that and it doesn't really work correctly. If this was like a traditional online game, I don't know, but either way, like I think it's a pass, honestly. So.
Yep, I would agree. All right, well, I don't think too much more can be said about Tricky Towers. So this is the point where we're going to take a little segue, musical break, and then we will come back with game number 2, which is Rebel Galaxy. So for those of you watching, if you happen to be watching, which it says right now, nobody, which that's fine, I'm just kidding.
You sad people. Just watch
We'll be back in a minute. For you folks listening on Podomatic and iTunes, you're not even going to notice anything except a musical segue. So hang on and we'll be right back.
Yeah.